Good afternoon, my diamond art peeps. This is Diamond Painting with Jack. I am Jack, and I am going to be doing a whip and chat today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support. I am going to be working on a canvas that I got from Amazon, and I'm going to turn it because it doesn't, I think you'll see it a little bit better this way. I did an unboxing like last week or a couple of weeks ago, and this is a Christmas gnome. I just started this on the 3rd, which was Sunday. And we'll see if you can see the thumbnail a little bit better. It has a little glare on it. I apologize for that. I have enjoyed my Christmas in July projects. I had 2 off canvas and then this 1 canvas, and I think I'm going to have to get 1 more. I have just been having such a great time doing them, and also because they are small, it's nice to get something done within just like a couple of days or a couple of hours, instead of working on it for days and days and months and months. So this has been really a great change. This is a 12 by 16. It is a 24 colors, and I am adding some bling to it. So when I get it finished, I will show all 3 of the projects that I'm working on. Okay? All right. So I am just going to get started. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is that I'm kind of changing up things. I actually figured out how to name my YouTube channel. So that is why if you're looking for me, or if anyone is looking for me, it is now Diamond Painting with Jack. I just actually, by pure accident, found it. So it's not under Jacqueline Carter Scott anymore. It's Diamond Painting with Jack. And also, I started a Facebook page. So if anybody wants to, if they don't have a YouTube station or channel, and they want to post their Christmas in July projects, you are more than welcome to do that on my page. And that is also Diamond Painting with Jack. And I believe it's just like it's all together, no space, just Diamond Painting with Jack. And if you have any problems, just leave a question or concern in the description, and I will try to help you with that. Okay, so here we go. So I turn my page on. There we go. So I was trying to figure out today what I was going to talk about. You know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that I'm trying to get my numbers up on YouTube. And so I know that my posting is not as frequent as it should be, or as consistent as it should be. I'm trying to get better. I'm going to try to get better at doing that. I, work a full-time job, and then I teach exercise classes and go to exercise classes. So my days and evenings are pretty full, but I am going to try to get better at posting. So I'm trying new things to get my numbers up, and so we'll just see what happens. Okay. I guess another thing that I was going to talk about, had been thinking about this, so I guess I'll talk to you about my my childhood. So I grew up on a farm, and I think I told you guys that I am the least country girl ever. That my dad used to tell me that I was the most cityfied country girl he'd ever seen in his life, because what I wasn't afraid of, I was allergic to. So one of the things that I am definitely afraid of, because I did talk to you, I think I did tell you about my chicken experience. That used to be one of my chores after school was I had to gather eggs, and I was definitely afraid of chickens. And so my parents took me off of that detail, which I was extremely happy about. But one of the other things that my friends always give me a hard time about is that I am deathly afraid of frogs. I don't know what happened. I think it's just because they hop and they kind of gross me out how they look. They do. They gross me out horribly. So I always tell people that if you had a secret and you told me and you say, Jack, please do not tell anyone, I would take that secret to the grave. But if I got kidnapped and they said, what's your friend's secret? And they held up a frog, I would tell your secret. I would tell my secret. I would make up secrets. I would throw all of us under the bus. I don't like frogs at all. I mean, like, I had a toad. One time my friends and I had went out and they drove, and so they dropped me off at my house, and I was getting ready to go through my front door, because I always go through the garage door because I always park in the garage, and there was a toad. And you guys, he was probably like this big. I would not let my friends leave until they got that toad away from my front door. That is how horrible I am about frogs. And although I always say, they were this big, and they're like, I don't think there's a frog or a toad that size, but I am like a big chicken. So I miss my parents, because both of my parents are gone. And I miss, you know, spending time with them, but I don't really miss the farm. Like I said, what I wasn't afraid of, I was allergic to. My mom, she loved to fish. And I mean, she could go and spend all day fishing. I was not that person. And so when I was too young to stay by myself, she would drag me with her, and I would drag every toy that I own. And I think that's probably why I didn't like fishing, because I had to put up all those toys that I drug with me. But one of the worst spankings that I ever got is that we had gone fishing. And I mean, this woman could sit for hours. I am not kidding you. Hours fishing. And she would bring food for me and snacks, but she would just take like a jar of water, and that's what she would live off of. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, we had been there, I felt like we had been there like 15 hours. I'm sure it was probably just a couple of hours. But I was like, Mama, I'm ready to go. And it was hot, and I was tired, and I just wanted to go back into the house where I wanted to be in the first place. And so, sorry guys, I'm getting a phone call. That's why all right. That's why you see my finger trying to shut off that phone. And so, she was like, okay, we're going to go. And so, like, you know, like 15 minutes later, we're still there. And I'm like, Mama, come please. And she's like, okay, we're going to go. And about the 5th I want to go, I took her bait and I threw it into the pond. And she caught me. Oh my God, did I get into trouble. So I never did that again. So when I was able to stay by myself, I was a happy camper. So, and she was probably happy too, because I was whining the whole time. I had a friend once some friends that bought a, like a summer home, but it was like way out in the middle of nowhere from what they were just telling me, because they have invited me several times. I'm like, nope. And they were going to go, you know, fishing. And I was like, you guys would throw me overboard, because I would be okay for probably about 20 minutes. And then I would be like, okay, can we go to the mall? Is there a mall close? So I would not be the one that you want to take fishing. I would not be the one that you would want to take out into the woods. I would be okay for a little bit. I tried to do hiking last year. And I went hiking with some friends. Actually once, and I was okay with it. And then I was talking to a friend of mine, and it was getting a little later. This is kind of like the first time that I went, or first and only time that I went, it was like probably in the spring. So I guess not all the little critters were out and all of that. And so she said, did you see any snakes? And I'm like, what do you mean, did I see any snakes? No, I didn't see any snakes. I wasn't looking for any snakes. And so from then on, she said, just be careful. That was the last time. That was the first and only time that I went hiking. So I am not an outdoor person. I used to tell people that I would park my car in the house if I could, because the only reason that I need to go outside is to get into my car to go to the mall. So I like to think that I want to be outdoors, but I don't. I truly don't. Like I said, to get in my car. And now, so this is the first house I ever had that has a garage. So I park my car in the garage all of the time. I rarely do I ever park my car outside. The one time I was having some issues with my garage door opening, and so for like 3 days until the garage people came, I had to park outside. And in the 6 years that I've lived here, that's as long as I've ever had my car outside. So outdoors is not me. Now, I don't mind walking like in the neighborhood or in a neighborhood. I don't mind doing that. But going out into the wilderness, no. If I'm with someone, I can do it for a little bit, but like I said, you would be through with me. So I grew up as an only child. My great aunt and uncle adopted me when I was 5. So even though I do have brothers and sisters, I didn't grow up with them. And I do know my brothers and sisters. But I guess technically like I said, I grew up as an only child. And so my dad, I was spoiled to a degree. My parents did not play. My mother is the one that dished out the punishment. So So Cassie Scott didn't play. If she told you to do something, you did something. And if she called you, there was no what. It was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. You were not into grown-ups conversations, you know. So a lot of times I would be the only kid, but they were like, you need to find something to do. So I think that's how I started really getting into reading. It's because I would take books with me and I would read all of the time. Because like I said, you did not inject yourself into grown folks' conversation. It wasn't about you. And they would tell you in a hurry, you in grown folk business. It's like, oh, yes, ma'am. So, growing up on a farm by myself was really lonely. I think I was that weird child, that only weird child that kind of dreaded spring break and fall breaks and summer. My brothers and sisters, they lived in California, and because my stepdad was in the Air Force, and so when he was stationed overseas, my biological mother and my brothers and sisters got stationed in Oklahoma, and so they would come in the summer and hang out, and so I was just like ecstatic to have them there. They probably were not, because they were used to living in town and not being out in the middle of nowhere. I felt like, I mean, because I was probably a good mile and a half, you know, from the nearest kid. And so that was, you know, until I learned to drive and was able to go visit, you know, you walked. And so that wasn't always the greatest thing, but, you know, I survived. You know, I felt like that I was just being tortured, but I truly was not. My aunt and uncle, or great aunt and uncle, that was like the best thing that ever happened to me, having them raise me. They instilled a lot of great values in me and taught me how to be the person that I am. And my work ethics and everything came from both of them. My dad was a farmer, and that's how he made his living. I mean, he did in the winter. I remember, now this is really going to date me, and I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of your grandparents or great-grandparents talking about the WPA, and I could not, it was like a work program, and I don't remember what the A stood for, but it's kind of like they would hire a group of men to do things like, I remember he built, along with other men, built a church, and they like contracted these guys to come in, and they would work and do things. And I remember him doing that, but for the most part, his farm, or our farm, was how he made a living. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, but she worked on the farm as well. She sewed all of our clothes. Was wonderful seamstress, wonderful cook. I mean, you know, like my poor children, we ate out, especially after their dad and I divorced. I was not really a cook at all. Casseroles, things like that, crock pot meals, but you know, payday was always, okay, kids, where you guys want to eat? And which was always McDonald's or pizza. So, needless to say, I did not have a very good eating habit, in which led to my weight gain. But, you know, and I could like really, so many times I could kick myself that I didn't push myself to want to learn how to cook, because my mom was such a great cook as well. And oh my God, all of those things like sweet potato pies that she made homemade and lemon meringue pies that I could have learned to make, but I was like, I am going to be a businesswoman and keep McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken in business. That was my motto. And unfortunately, I kind of stuck to that. So, I mean, I am if I can put it in a crock pot, I do okay. But other than that, my cooking is, hello, yes, I will have a number 5. And can I supersize that? Or a lot of frozen dinners. Or I do like to go to like Sprouts and get and go to the deli and get meals like that, or beg. I have no problem begging for food. I have a friend that has a meal prepping, and so I get meals from her every week, and I get usually about 2 to 3, and that keeps me from eating out a lot. And then I eat at the hospital, or I do sandwiches, things like that. So trust me, I am not starving by any means. Sometimes I eat more than I should. And I think I told you guys before, I am like really, I have a horrible, horrible sweet tooth. So, and I will not eat regular food so that I can eat more junk. So my eating habits are not like the best. So I have to like really watch what I eat and try to curb that. And my other thing is that I am a horrible, horrible water drinker. I admire people who can drink water like nothing. My dad was like that. I mean, and my mom as well. I mean, they could drink water just glasses and glasses and glasses. I have to make myself. I do a lot of like Crystal Light. So when I'm really serious about drinking water, then I buy Crystal Light. Because if I buy like this is what? about 17 ounces. So I just got this when I got home. I could drink on that bottle all day long. And when I go to bed, it'll still be half full. I am just not good at drinking water. And I feel like, and if I try to guzzle it, then I feel like I'm going to like throw up. So I go through these phases where I'll drink water, you know, like maybe 3 or 4 days in a row. I'll maybe be able to get down like 40 ounces, and that is saying something. And then I'm back to, now I'm into, well, not now, but probably the last, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, even maybe even a little longer, I've been really big into sweet tea. So, like, I can drink that. I can drink that by the gallons. But water, I don't know. It's a struggle every single day. And I mean, I can go days without water. And that is not good, especially the way the weather has been now. It's been so hot. And with even like with working out, I mean, I can go through an entire workout without a sip of water. Or sometimes I'll go through a workout and I'll take like 2 or 3 sips and then that's it. So I think that one day that my kidneys are just going to go, you know what? We are through with you. And I'm just going to wake up and I'm going to see 2 kidneys with suitcases saying, peace out. You're not going to treat us right. We leaving. So I'm working. It's a struggle. The struggle is real, but I'm working on it. Some days better than others, but I am trying to work on it. So anyway. So I decided, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, but I decided that I'm not going to do my exercise tips. I don't think that people really cared for them, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, I always said that if you didn't want to watch it, that you didn't have to. So I am just not going to do them, and it's all right. It's all right. That's my thing, and I didn't ever want to try to push it on anyone. But I will say this, and then I am not going to mention the exercise anymore, is like I said, you know, we are sitting for hours. So at least get up and move around to keep the circulation going. And that is the last thing that I will say about exercise. Now, I may share what I am doing, but I do not expect anybody to join in and do any of that. Okay? So, all right. So I have been doing 27. I'm trying to do 30 minutes. This canvas that I'm working on, like I said, I got this on Amazon, and I got it probably, I don't know, probably a couple of months ago. I'm really enjoying it. I think that the drills seem really smaller than normal. I don't know if that is like my imagination or what, but the drill field is really, really clear on it. So I'm really enjoy working on it. And like I said, I started it Sunday. And so normally what I do is I start in the corner, and then I'll go out to like, you know, like halfway through, and then I'll start on the other corner. And then I'll work my way up, and then I'll start on the other corner on this side. But this time I started almost to the end, and I worked the entire side and like about 1/4 of the way in. And this morning I could not sleep. I have not been sleeping well at all. So I got up like at 4 o'clock, and I filled in like it's got like snowflakes. And so I filled in 1 snowflake. And so it's got like a little red robin on it. So I'm kind of filling that in. And then I think I'll work on the gnome itself just to kind of break the monotony. It's got in the clothes and in the hat, I'm going to say a moderate amount of confetti. Not really bad. The outside has a lot of color blocking, which hasn't been going too bad. And like I said, I think I'm going to put some bling into the hat. And maybe, I don't know if I may put some into maybe on the beak of the robin. I should have put some. It's got like a little star up on top of the, because he's holding a Christmas tree. And I didn't put any bling in that, but I think it probably in the hat is where I'll probably do the most. I'm still fairly new to this. I've been doing diamond art for just a little over a year. So I'm still kind of learning how to switch stuff out and stuff, and how to add stuff. And so I figured that I'm keeping this, so if it doesn't turn out completely the best, then it's okay, because it's going to be for me. So that's it. So, okay, guys, I think that's it for my rambling. I hope that you enjoyed this video, this whip and chat. And I always forget that. Whip and chat, it means work in progress. It's like I think of things after I have turned off the camera. I'm like, oh, God, I should have said this. I should have said that. So that is what the whip and chat is. And I hope that you were able to join me in whatever you were working on. And like I said, I am going to try my best. No promises. I'm going to try my best to record more frequent videos. I will be doing a completion on my Christmas in July once I get this finished. And if you are new to this channel, if you will look up Diamond Grandma, she's the one that's hosting the Christmas in July. You will love her videos. And I have also followed Sweet Tea, Diamond Painting with Sweet Tea, Crafty Cat. I enjoy hers. Diamond Painting with the Besties, I believe is the name. And I also found this young lady, Diamond Painting with Whitney, I believe is the name of her channel. I watch her a lot. There are a lot of different people out there, and different people that do different type of canvases. Now, when I started my channel, I just happened to have quite a few Diamond Art Club pieces. I'm not particularly just with them. I do different ones. I enjoy Diamond Art Club. They are very pricey, even with the discount. But you know, you can get some deals. And I know that Diamond Grandma gets some of her Diamond Art Club canvases from Joann Fabric. I have gotten 2, I think, from them. From them, and they're a little bit cheaper than going to the website. I do like to get bargain-friendly canvases as well. Now, I have gotten quite a few from Shein, which is based out of China. And when I first started diamond painting, I got a majority of mine from Amazon. And then I kind of backed away because sometimes they were like very pixelated and stuff, but I've been really very, very happy with this canvas. And I think that it is going to turn out pretty good, and I will show you. I will also be posting completions, and also like when I get Diamond Art Accessories on my Facebook channel, just because I see a lot of people will get things and they'll post, and then you'll see someone else to get the same thing. So try to do more just like canvas things and off the canvas things that I will do on my video. Or yeah, on my video. So anyway, all right, so I've rambled enough. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope it has been a little entertaining. If you are new, I would appreciate, or even if you're not new, I would appreciate a thumbs up on your way out. If you are new to my channel and would like to hear more rambling, there, if you'll hit that little subscription button and also hit the bell, because then that will let me know, or will let you know every time that I do post a new video. Please put something in the comments to let me know that you like my videos one way or the other. I would appreciate that. And please be kind to each other. I know that it's been one of the things that a lot of us have been kind of putting out there, but with the way things are going in our world, kindness is something that we all need. So be kind to one another, okay? So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.